Hello everyone from Amsterdam. As you know, I travel a lot, and every time I come back to the Netherlands, there are a few things I immediately appreciate again. They are not necessarily things I think about while I'm living here, but after spending time abroad, they really stand out. So today I want to share 5 of them. Number one is driving. Now, this is probably not the first thing you would expect someone to mention about the Netherlands, but hear me out. The other day, I rented a car because I had a few appointments in Brabant, and I was reminded how much I enjoy driving here. It feels like I'm in the same rhythm with everyone else. People generally follow predictable rules, lane discipline is good, and there is very little unnecessary stress on the road. No anxious weirdo behind you. So the traffic just flows in an efficient and practical way. Also very important to note that almost every Dutch driver is also a cyclist. So drivers understand how cyclists think because they are cyclists themselves. They know where to look, they anticipate where bikes might appear, and that makes sharing the road much more natural. Which brings me to number 2, cycling. Cycling makes me ridiculously happy. Yes, the infrastructure is amazing here, but it's more than that. I've just spent the past week in Amsterdam catching up with friends, and almost everywhere I went, I got there by bike. Cycling along the canals or through Wandel Park genuinely makes me feel like a kid again. There's a sense of freedom that's hard to describe. I also love how convenient it is. You don't really have to think about parking, traffic, or public transport. You just jump on your bike and go. And if you're visiting the Netherlands and you're not a cyclist, I would recommend you do not drive, please. And also I would recommend not learning how to cycle in the very center of Amsterdam. It would not be the easiest classroom. But once you get comfortable, it's one of the best ways to experience the country. Number 3, the transportation system. This goes beyond cars and bikes. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was in Greece, and getting from Athens airport into the city took quite a while. The metro or train only runs twice an hour, so if you miss one, you're waiting around 30 minutes before starting a journey of almost 50 minutes, with lots of stops. Then I land back at Schiphol. Here it's basically baggage train city, fast, fast, fast. Everything feels compact and incredibly well connected. Whether you're taking the train, the metro, a tram, a bike, or a car, everything seems to fit together. That's something I always appreciate after traveling. Okay, number 4, I feel like I blend in. This one is very personal and you probably don't see it through the camera, but I'm 191, which is about 6'3" for North Americans. In most countries I stand out, but in the Netherlands I don't. Of course, I'm still a little taller than the average height of a Dutchman, which is approximately 184. But when I walk out on the street, it's so common to see people around my height or even taller. Yeah, that makes it feel like I just blend in. It's a funny little thing, but every time I come back, I notice it. And finally, number 5, familiarity. Sometimes it's the little things. Walking into Albert Heijn, one of my favorite supermarkets here, knowing exactly where everything is, picking up my usual bread, coffee, fruit, vegetables, or one of those easy healthy meals and salads. There is something really comforting about it. After traveling for a while, it's nice not having to think about every little decision. You know how things work, you know where everything is. Daily life just feels effortless again. And I guess that's what home really is. Alright, so those are the 5 things I always appreciate when I come back to the Netherlands after traveling. This past week has been especially nice. I've been catching up with friends here in Amsterdam, and it's also World Pride. So yesterday I watched part of the Canal Parade, which was such a great atmosphere. Tonight though, I'm off again, this time to Bucharest. It will be my first time in Romania, and my mom will be joining me for the first 2 weeks. I will actually be spending an entire month there, so I'm really looking forward to sharing that journey with you. If you would like to follow along, feel free to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, doei!